Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to round one, game two of the American Premier Hockey League in the Western Division. Last week, Summit City took it to the Warhounds and came up victorious with a final score 4-3, netting a couple of goals in the first and one in the second and third. However, Northern Michigan found the back of the net with a goal in each period, keeping it and making it a close game. What an exciting game that was. So, who's it going to be tonight? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for tuning in to YouTube Live. So sit back and enjoy tonight's game. And remember, when the Distillers are in town, it's hockey time in the fort. Although we are playing up at Trine University Thunder Ice Arena, home of the Trine University NCAA effort. And this is good ice. Starting lineup for the Northern Michigan Warhounds. Starting in net, number 45, Jacob Zomick. On the forward lines is Roberto Mateus. Number 26, number 11, Anthony Viola. And number 18, Jaden Bull. On the defense will be number 14, Nicholas Hodgson. And number 12, Austin Giblin. For your Summit City Distillers, starting in net tonight, number 31, Luke Richardson. On the left defense, number 3, Dallas Reichert, and number 4, Antoine Nichols. On left forward, number 72, Thomas Neely. Right forward, number 16, Brett Bauer, and center, number 21, Alex Arnold. So this should be an exciting game here in the fort. We hope you will enjoy it here. So the Distillers taken to the ice, as well as the Warhounds, and we're getting ready for action here. We started this season in peace, but now we are in conflict. Please pray for everyone, especially in the armed services, as their commitment, service, and sacrifices that keeps us all free. From sad stories of athletes, particularly 19-year-old champion wrestler out of Iran, Salam Mohammadad, who was executed by the Iranian regime, to the tragedy turned victory for Colin Dorgan with the Blackstone Valley Co-op team, helped leading him to their high school state championship. It is my honor to call the names of athletes as they give their all for the fans, teammates, and themselves. It breaks my heart if any one of them is subject to the pains and hurts of this world. And we will honor, as we have the playing of the national anthem, those armed services members. All right, we thank you in participating in the playing of the national anthem. Remember, always give thanks to the armed service members, past and present, to the veterans who served this country, and for those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice and laid down their lives, especially now. Please keep them in your thoughts, your heart, and your prayers. All right, here we are, getting ready for action up in Trine Thunder Ice Arena, just north of Fort Wayne in Angola, Indiana. Tonight's officials are Jordan Walsh and Troy Bowes. linesman Riley Mulvihill, and Andrew Hartman. We are getting ready for action. 20 minutes on the clock. Fresh sheet of ice, puck drop, picked up by Northern Michigan, back in their zone. Trying to get it going out now, all the way caught in the feet. It's going to be kept in with a look. Up front, trying to get it going, and a stop put on by Zomick. Warhounds with it now, getting tied up in the corner. Poking it up now, trying to bring it up now is the Warhounds, but it's going to be picked up. Riker tries to feed it up. Now it's going to be picked up and brought in. Neely with it here. Neely going. He'll push it up the point. Fed back, turned over Warhounds, and they do get it out of the zone into the neutral. Put on target. Stopped by Richardson. Now with the carry. Riker. Over to Ehrman. Going back into the corner. Ehrman gets a piece of it. Leaves it loose into the corner. Trying to get a hold of it. Feeding it across. And it bounced off the side of the net. And it's going to be cleared. But kept in by Hess. Hess trying to feed it. Keeps it alive. And now it's going to come up the ice. Now here we go. With a shot and a save. Richardson on the stop. Now picked up by Distillers. Looking to try to walk it out. On the pass across. Ehrman gets it into the zone. It's picked up and played by Northern Michigan. Now Hess coming in with a look, trying to feed. Heim on the stop. Now picks it behind goal line. Trying to hang on to it. Caught in the skate. Still with it here. On the turnover here. Now it's picked up and brought up by Wurzbacher. Wurzbacher brings it in. Shot blocked. Now picked up and with a look, shot save by Richardson. Now coming up the ice. Ehrman won the carry. Takes the pass across, connects and scores! Devin Perry picks up the pass. Ehrman on the patience carries it in. They stay with him. And they find the back of the net. Coming in at 2 minutes and 1 second of the first period. Summit City. Face off center ice. On the face off, comes back and is played by the Warhounds. They want to answer. On the pass here, spoiled for the moment. Gets into the zone. Retreating back to play. The puck right here is Diener. Sends it up on the no ice. Kucharski trying to pick it up here. Warhounds with it now. On the turnover here. It's going to be a battle along the boards, and it comes back into the Summit City zone. Diener picks up. Right now it's an empty net. Penalty coming on Northern City as we see Mason held in the penalty box for a slash. On the face-off, picked up. Heim on the clear, sends it back down into the Summit City zone. It'll be played by Richardson. Now into the hands of Arnold. Looks up to Hess. Hess on the carry now. He gets poked and taken away. Sent back to Heim. Off the hands of Viola. Launched down ice on the clear. Played on the stick of Richardson. Back it'll be picked up by Arnold. Arnold on the pass across. Neely on the carry now. Neely's getting wrapped up. Drops it back to Hess. Hess with it here. Sends it into the corner. Looking into the slot. Hanging on to it. Going to feed it over to Arnold. Arnold goes across. Picked up Hess. Hess takes a look. Tries to feed it across, but it's spoiled on the stick. And it's going to be chopped out. And a penalty coming up against Summit City on a tripping call. So it evens it up here for at least a minute 9. And it'll get 51 seconds of power play for the Warhounds as the penalty expires. Thomas Neely in the box serving for the tripping call. Face-off coming down into the Summit City zone. On the stick side of Luke Richardson. McComas trying to win the battle here, and it's going to be poked out. And played into the zone. Now on the 4-on-4 with a shot. Went over the goaltender ring, the pipes, and out it came. Now it's going to be kept in. Summit City in control with the puck there. On the keep was Reichert. The puck's loose, picked up now by the Warhounds. Now looking to bring it up the ice is Giblin. Richardson sends it around. Gets it caught in the feet. McComas. It's tied up in the corner. Now the puck comes out loose. Picked up by the Warhounds. Feeding point with a look here and a shot. And it goes wide, mostly on a keeper. That by Giblin. Searching for it. Still working at trying to get it going out of the zone is Wallum. Now Chris Wallum with it now. Here he goes into the zone. Still on some even strength. Caught into a skate on a block shot. Stays in the Warhound zone. They retreat behind goal line. Hess trying to spoil it. Now it's loose. Arnold chasing it out. Picks it up. He's going to hands it, trying to keep it going here. And it is now a power play on a shot attempted there. On a power play now for the Warhounds. Here they come up the ice. Well, maybe not. Spoiled. And now it's going to be back into the deep behind as Korczak try to get something going here. And an icing coming up against the Warhounds. Roberto Matias couldn't get there in time, so back into Northern Michigan zone on the face-off. 33 seconds of power play for Northern Michigan. Face-off will go on the glove side of Jacob Zelman. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up. Diener's got to search for it, and he hangs on to it, keeps it in the zone. On the stretch pass developing here. But it's covered. On the pass across. It's going to be picked up, played. J.D. Woods trying to clear it out. He does get the connection here. Over to Arnold. Arnold retreats back. Sends it across. Over to Woods. And it's going to be dumped in on target, played by Luke Richardson. Time with it now back into the Warhound zone. Back to full strength for both teams. Now looking on the carry here. Looking to go somewhere was Hodgson. Hodgson's going to hang on to it. Hodgson with it here. He dumps it into the backhand. Around it goes. Diener will go after it. He's got pressure on the intercept. Now the puck's going to be picked up. Played back by Distillers. Hess with it here. Hess sends it back. Arnold on the pass. Bauer lets it go. Picked up Hess. Hess trying to get in. It's going to be poked and played. Keeping it in was Woods. Hess with it now. Hess lops it. And now it's loose. Now picked up and brought up the ice by Mitchell Patchett. Mitchell with a shot. Blocked by Bear. Bear picks up. Jensen Bear trying to feed it. Heim picks up in the boot. Feeds it back and he gets the connection there. And it's going to be on the pass. Going to be picked up maybe. And it's picked up back into the Fort Wayne zone, into the hands of Austin Ormsby. Ormsby tries to get the pass, but it's going to be stopped. Picked up by Warhounds, and it's blocked. They still have possession here and trying to feed point. Shot, and it's going to be held on by Richardson in a battle in front as he covers on it. And there's some pushing and shoving going on here, and it will all come out clean. Face off in the Summit City zone. Stick side of Luke Richardson. Combs trying to win the draw here, but it's going to be picked up, played by the Distillers, and here they go, coming up the ice, dumping it into the zone. Well, Siebenoller trying to get a shot going, but it's going to be stopped by on the attempt from Wallen. Siebenoller with it here. Now it's going to be turned over and played by Doyle. On the pass, goes across, has to wait on it, catches it in the boot. Picked up for the moment. Scorsa. On the pass, Warhounds with it here on the retreat. Gets a connection. On the backhand, trying to get the back door. Might have ringed the pipes, cleared up. And it's going to be picked up into the neutral zone by the Warhounds. Puck's going to be dumped in by McComas. And here they come up the ice. Bringing it up in the hands. Ormsby feeds it across. Now it's going to be picked up. Kucharski with it here. Kucharski taking a look up front, trying to get it going. Try to get the connection there over to Steinforth. Now here they come. 2-on-2. Back. Warhounds coming in. In the slot, taking a shot high over the glove. It's going to be pushed up and a wind-up coming. It's going to be tipped out. It had a little help there. Keeping it out of harm's way. Comes back into the zone as Trevor Thornton had played his stick there. Now back. It's Nichols trying to get rid of it. A shot! Goes out wide. Warhounds on the turnover here. Trying to get something going. Reichert sends it around. It's going to be kept in. Off the hands of Roberts. It's time for trying to get it out of the zone. Now it's picked up and played by Nichols. Steinfeld. It's blocked on the pass. Picked up by the Warhounds. Trying to feed up and Hess trying to get a hold of it in the slot with a shot in the pad save. And another shot cleared. It's going to be kept in with a look. Shot sticked out on the rebound. Picked up and played now by Distillers. Here they come as Reichert who dug it out over to Hess. Hess coming up with Reichert. Feeds it over to him. He's out front. Trying to get it going on a backhand effort. Picked up. And all that strong drive. Hooking call coming up against Evan Kellogg, who finds himself in the penalty box. Now he's a tenant of Summit City Distillers penalty box, and see if Summit City can let him out of the lease early here. 11:15 remaining in the first period, 1-0, the Distillers. Face off, draws back, picked up, Arnold. Over to Hess. Back to Arnold. Arnold with a shot. It's a bouncer. Picked up by Neely. Neely goes over to Hess. Hess gets it over. He feeds it over to Ormsby. Now back to Neely. Ormsby. Back to Neely. Neely in the slot now. He's going to take a look. Takes a shot. It's blocked. Off of his stick. Picked up by Arnold. Arnold gets some pressure here by Heim. Heim's got a green light. He's going for it. Looking on the backhand pass. He gets it connected. And they go offsides. Time to Held trying to get it something going there on the short-hander. The face-off will come outside of the attacking zone. For the Warhounds. All right, on the drop. It's going to be Wallen. Feeds it back, splits D, and it comes back to Richardson. Down to the hands of Dallas Reichert. Reichert with it here. Reichert on the pass, gets it over, gets it caught in a boot. And offside, so Wallen's got to let it go. It's going to be picked up, cycled now through the defensive effort here for the Warhounds. Doyle sends it down. On a stretch pass, it did work as it's now picked up by the Warhounds, and the puck's going to be sent over to Richardson, and he clears it. Wallen will pick it up off the boards. Or actually ties up his guy, leaves it back for Reichert. Reichert now with the puck, sends it over to Wallen. Wallen now in control. Sees the pass, he gets it connected. Now bringing it up with a look. Shot! Siemenoller with a shot there. And it rounds out and comes back into the Summit City zone. Sent over to Wallen from Ormsby. Wallen with it now. Wallen on the pass. Oh, it just goes through, and an icing coming up against Summit City. Tried to get the connection there to Perry, and he couldn't get just a little far out. So the face-off will go back into the Summit City zone on the stick side of Luke Richardson. On the face-off, picked up and played. Hess sends it back to Arnold. Now bringing it up the ice. Pass bench side over to Hess. Hess trying to get it in. Still battling, is caught in the feet and sent back down the ice by Northern Michigan. Off the hands of Nicholas Hodgson. Back into the Summit City zone on the carry now, bringing it up. Alex Arnold gets it through. Still hanging on to it. He's got it across pass, and it's broken up by Heim. Heim with it now. Perry coming in to put the pressure on. Heim feeds it. Pass across, bedside, connects. Now it's picked up, brought up the ice. And trying to get a pass there, but it was spoiled. Now working it. Arnold with it here. Sends it across, but it may get picked up by Northern Michigan in their zone, and they do. Sent down the ice off the hands of Nicholas Hodgson. Now with a look here, sliding in, trying to get something going, but taken off the play. Now turned over. It's going to be picked up by Hess. Hess bringing it up the ice. Jaden Bull couldn't seal the deal there, so here comes Summit City. Trying to feed it up front. Went across the crease there. Perry tried to pick it up on the backhand, and now it's going to be played into the hands of Nicholas Hodgson. Hodgson looking for the stretch pass maybe to Heim. Heim all the way up the ice, and he slides back into his spot. Turned over, dumped in, maybe Siebenthaler with it here. He's still working with it. Wallum trying to get a hold of it, and Wallum has it. Takes a shot blocked off the hands of Hodgson. Around it goes. Turned over Siebenthaler. Siebenthaler with a look, trying to feed it. Heim on the block. Trying to feed it now. Now picked up Diener. Diener with a windup. Takes a shot on a bouncer, trying to stuff it in. Could not get it in was Wallum on a couple of rebounds. Good stoppage there by Jacob Zelmick. He shut the door down. Face off in the Northern Michigan zone on the glove side. Zelmick, it's going to be picked up and played by Northern Michigan. On the pass, on the hit right in front. It's going to be picked up Neely as the puck came loose. Now coming all the way, and can Arnold get it? And he does. Hanging on to it. Arnold brings it in. Still with it. Feeds it, and it's going to be Northern Michigan who picks it up. Trying to bring it in, but now searching for it is Bear. Bear with it now. Bear on the boards, gets the pass over to Arnold. Arnold picks up. He retreats back. Feeds it across. He tries to at least, but he'll get the puck back here. Still trying to hands it, takes a hit. The puck's underneath. Now it's going to be turned over and played. Northern Michigan on the charge here. Channing Gorsick with it here. Trying to get through, but it's going to be poked by Ormsby. Back into the corner. The puck's loose. It's going to be fed. Distillers working on it here. Bauer trying to come up and spoil the shot, and he does. Plays the puck. And a hand pass against Summit City. Bauer got a hold of it and tried to get rid of it, at least out of the attacking zone for Northern Michigan. So the face-off comes back on the glove side of Luke Richardson, back into the Summit City zone. Hess on the face-off wins it for the Summit City Distillers behind goal line. Now he's bringing it up. He's looking for Ehrman. Ehrman picks it up. Got a piece of it on the stick. Still plays it. Puts it on target. And it is on the bounce here. And the feed. Picked up Hess with a shot in the glove held by Zelmick. Nice setup. He picks up the pass there from Reichert. Warhounds couldn't get the right angle on the boards and created a chance for the Distillers. They keep it in the attacking zone here on the face-off with 6:23 remaining. Doyle coming off the ice. Viola versus Hess on the puck drop. The puck's still sitting there for the taking. It ends up in the area of Jacob Zelmick, and he shuts down the play. Sal will hit the reset button and try it again. Same spot, stick side of Zelmick. On the drop, it's still sitting there. Hess trying to get it stick loose. Still has it. Now it's going to be picked up Northern Michigan. They're looking on the pass. On a no ice on the stick lift now. Back they go to pick this up. Nichols gathers it up, but he's got resistance, and the puck's almost turned over. He gets it back. Nichols coming up with Hess. Trying to get it through. Hess tried to pick it up, and it's cleared by Heim. Picked up by Ehrman. Hit the shot put on. Heim picks up on the stretch pass, and an icing coming. Can they sell it? And they do. Good legs on the skate there by Dallas Reichert. Almost a chance for Northern Michigan to try to do something there with Roberto Matthias. Face-off in the Northern Michigan defensive zone on the glove side of Zumek on the drop. Kucharski working on it. It's going to be picked up now. Brought in by the Warhounds. Trying to get through, but it's broken up. Stays in the zone for a second. Now it's going to be picked up. Kucharski with it here. Kucharski searching for it. Dumps it in. Played by Zumek. Steinfort trying to get a hold of it. And now it is going to be kept in. Now off the hands. Aiden Witt with a chance. Stick out to the left side of Zumek. Now on the carry now. Bringing it up the ice. And they put it in on a delayed off, maybe? No, it stays. Steinfort with the pass. Just gets it out of reach to Trevor Thornton. Brought in now with a shot blocked. The block off the stick or skate maybe of Aiden Witt. Face off stays in the Summit City zone on the stick side of Richardson. Arnold on the face-off, wins it back to Ormsby. Ormsby sends it back to Arnold. Arnold wants to push it up, and he does. Over to Bauer. Bauer with it here. Sees the pass behind Neely. Now it's picked up back into the Northern Michigan zone, and they wrap it around. Bauer tries to get a hold of it. Arnold is right there to go after it. He picks up the gift there, but it goes in and out of the stick, feeds it in the paint. Now it's a race to pick it up. Arnold on the key. Hangs on to it, gives it over, shot high, and around it goes. And it's going to be picked up back into the Summit City zone by Jensen Bear. Bear picks up back, now behind goal line, sees pressure. He's getting wrapped around here. Now it's a battle behind, and the puck's going to be tied up along the boards, and it will be stale as they blow the whistle there. Good tie-up by Mason Held. It created a chance and almost had something there as he put the heat on Bear. .4:15 remaining in the first. 1-0. Summit City. McComas wins it back with a quick snapper shot saved by Richardson. Now picked up, penalty coming. On a high stick maybe. And in the penalty box, Justin McComas. Face off in the attacking zone for Summit City. On the drop, picked up and cleared right away by the Warhounds. Now coming up to put the pressure on. Picked up by Ormsby. Ormsby's getting tied up along the boards as he gets some pressure there from Wurzbacher. Here they come now. Bringing it up the ice. Neely with it here. Neely gets in. Ormsby goes up to the crease. Picked up by Hess. Hess hanging on to it. Feeds it back to Neely. Neely taking a look over there. Hess with a one-timer. And it's going to be shut down by Zumek. Neely versus Vial on the drop. Picked up and played by Arnold. Arnold sends it over to Hess. Hess with it here. Hess back to Neely. Neely in the point. Over to Hess. Hess won the carry here. Takes a shot. Save out and comes. It's poked out. Arnold trying to get it going. And he scores! Devin Perry finds the back of the net again on a power play. At 16:42. Face off, center ice. On the drop, comes back, and it's going to be played by the Distillers. Reichert looking, trying to grab it out of the air with Siebenaler. Heim sends it across. Now brought up Heim with it here, dumps it in, into the glove of Richardson. Hess and Arnold on the assist there. Face off on the glove side of Luke Richardson in the Distiller zone. Puck's loose on the drop, still sitting there. Still now it's going to be picked up. Reichert on the backhand, tries to clear it out, can't get it going. It's going to be kept in by Northern Michigan. On the play here, Ball with it here, sends it across. Now with a look, taking a look. Up front with a shot, blocked. Recovered by the Warhounds. Heim tries to feed the back door. It's going to be kicked out by Reichert. Now going in after. Wallem goes after. Big keep in there by Hodson. Kucharski on the reach, trying to get a hold of it. Siebenaler with it now. Siebenaler working in the corner on the back, trying to get it out. Now it's picked up with a look here, trying to dance through. On the feed, back and forth, but out of reach. Now it's going to be picked up off the glass. It goes. Heim picks it up back into the Warhound zone, but feeds it down for an icing against the Warhounds as it ends it up back into the Distillers zone. Approaching the 2-minute warning here in the first period. It's 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first. 2-0 Summit City. Face off will go on the glove side of Jacob Zumick. On the drop, the puck is still sitting there. Now it's picked up, played by the Warhounds. Taking a look. Hodgson had the connection there, but it is a struggle and get it out. Heim picks up. On the lateral, goes over to Hodgson. Hodgson on the stretch pass down ice. It's gathered up. And it is a play here on a helicopter there trying to get the stoppage there by Distillers. Almost created a chance. Now trying to get rid of it. The puck's loose along the boards. Now it's going to be picked up, played by Haji. Now picked up and cleared up by Diener, but it bounces on the stanchion there, or on the glass at least. Neely goes after it with Woods. Neely comes out with it. On the pass over to Steinfort. Steinfort could not get the connection there over to Thornton. Now it's picked up. Diener on the hit to Heim. Frees it up. Now back to Viola. And the pass. Now it's picked up with a look here. Trying to get something on a hit. Now Woods on a good stop. Now the puck comes back onto the neutral zone. Picked up by Hess. Hess tries to feed it over to Perry. Perry with a shot. Stopped by Zumick. Now the puck's going to be picked up by the Warhounds. Under a minute left in the period. Now here comes Northern Michigan on the charge here. Trying to get it going here. And now it's picked up by Hess. Hess on the retreat now. He takes a look. And he gives it over to Bear. Bear sends it, but he turns it over. Now it's picked up. Tries to get it back. And on the backhand effort, all it's left on the shot. Goes wide out front. On the poke there. McComas' effort trying to feed. Now it's picked up, played by Doyle. Puck sitting there loose in the corner, picked up by Bear now for a moment. Now it's picked up. And here comes the skate up the ice. Ormsby on the carry. Austin Ormsby with it here. Sends it back to Ehrman. Ehrman loses it for a second. Wallem takes a shot, and it's shut down by Zumick. .5 seconds left in the first face-off in the attacking zone for the Distillers. 2-0 so far for Summit City. Face-off's going to be picked up, and a shot block on the attempt from Summit City. It's going to be kept and played. Dumped down the ice at the buzzer, and that will do it for the first period. That one's in the books. So Summit City comes out on top of the first period here in round one, game 2 of the APHL hockey playoffs.
12 something.
All right, we'll be right back for the beginning of the second period. Hope you're enjoying today's game here on YouTube Live. We shall be right back. are back in the Summit City Distillers game here. 12-12 on shots, 2-0 in favor of the Distillers. So starting off, first penalty of the game, number 13 Mason held, 2 minutes for slashing at 17:25. And then it was picked up, Thomas Neely picks up a tripping call at 16, can't see the time there, 16:05 or 3 maybe right there. And then a hooking call by Evan Kellogg. And then the high stick call against Justin McComas with 4:09, 11:15 on the high stick, or the hooking call on Kellogg. That's where we stand on the goals. Devin Perry coming out strong, picks up the first goal at 17:59. He had some help from Justin Ehrman as well as J.D. Woods. On the second goal, that came in at 17:59. The second goal coming at 3:18. And Devin Perry picks up that second goal there. Had some help from Cody Hess and Alex Arnold. And that's where we stand, and we are getting ready for second period action here in round one, game 2 of the American Premier Hockey League playoffs. Let's see what Tom Pratt and Josh Parisio has come up with, along with Graham Shear and Kyle Bush for the Distillers. All right, getting ready. 20 minutes on the clock, fresh sheet of ice, ready for center ice puck drop for the second period action to begin here. Last we saw was 5-1 Sentinels over the Swarm. On the face-off, comes back into the Warhound zone. Heim picks up the play here, sends it over, and now it's going to be played, turned over. Bauer goes across with a shot high. Goes up into the safety netting on the attempt there from Neely. On the faceoff, Heim picks up, sends it around. Now bringing it up the ice, Jaden Bull trying to get it away from Bauer, sent down by Reichert. Back into the Warhound zone. Hodson working with pressure put on. Now the pass pinch, Reichert taking a look. Gives it over to Neely. Neely goes over to Bauer with a shot. And it goes out of play. And they will try this one again. Face off in the Warhound zone, stick side of Zomick. McComas versus Hess. Puck is loose, touched up by Zomick. Around it goes. Warhound's working on it here. Now it's picked up from in behind. Now it's going to be turned over. Bear sends it in on an icing against Summit City. Hess versus McComas on the stick side of Richardson in the Summit City zone. Face-off's loose, going to be picked up now by the Distillers. Originally touched up there by the Warhounds, and now it's going to be brought up ice by Hess. Hess sends it over. Goes over to Perry. Perry with a shot, but it's blocked up into the safety netting it goes. Face off in the Warhound zone on the glove side of Jacob Zumick. McComas versus Hess on the drop. Hess skates through, picks up the puck. Sends it up front. It's bouncing in the crease. Kept in by Bear. Bear takes a look with a shot. Perry tries to send it in. Ehrman in the corner. Penalty coming up against the Warhounds. Four minutes on the trip, I think. It's 2 minutes. Saw the four fingers go up there. That on Sean Doyle. He's in the penalty box. So power play here for the Distillers. Stick side of Zumick. McComas versus Neely. Hess picks up, sends it back to Arnold. Arnold now taking a look. He comes in, feeds it across, but it's tipped. Hess keeps it. Hess now trying to get it going, but it is picked up by the Warhounds. And it's turned over to Neely. Neely feeds it soft, and it's going to be picked up and played down ice. Picked up by Richardson, gathered up by Ormsby. Pass spoiled here for a second, but it does get over to Hess. Hess with it here. Hess coming in with a shot in the glove of Zumick. They'll take the face off on his stick side. Channing Gorsuch playing pretty good penalty kill for the Warhounds. But he's on the bench. Face off picked up by Distillers on the attempted clear by the Warhounds. Shot comes out loose, and it's going to be kept in by Reichert. Reichert got to hang on to it, and he does. Sends it. Went to Wallem. Now Reichert with a shot blocked, and it is a race back, and it's going to be picked up by Chris Wallem. Wallem with it here. Wallem gets it through on the board, or tries to, and it is intercepted and dumped in on a change here by the Warhounds. Throwing the pass behind, picked up Warhounds, and they clear it down the ice off the boards. Siebenthaler pushes it over to Dallas Reichert. Reichert looks, gets the pass over. Here they come, trying to get it going. Kucharski trying to get it in, but it's going to be picked up by Warhounds, dumped back down into the Summit City zone, played by Richardson. Reichert picks up. Reichert on the carry, bench side. Gets pushed off the play. It's going to be picked up, dumped back down the ice by the Warhounds. Richardson settles it down, now picked up Wallem. Pressure coming from Viola. On the pass, doesn't get, and it's an icing against Summit City. 4 seconds left on the power play for Summit City, but they see the face-off down in their defensive zone. And the Warhounds choose to go stick side on the puck drop. Face-off. It's going to be picked up by the Warhounds for a second. Now it's going to be picked up by the Distillers, and here they go, bringing it up the ice. Diener with it. He meets Doyles. He comes out of the box. Picked up by Wallem, but he's pushed off the play. The puck's loose. Kucharski on the pickup, and he blows out a tire. Picked up by the Warhounds. Trying to get it going here. Now it's going to be Neely. Sends it around. Out of reach of Wallem. Kucharski tying up his guy, trying to go after the puck. He's still tied up, and it's going to be picked up by the Warhounds for a second. Diener on the keep, but he has to pick it up now into the neutral zone. He dumps it in on the delayed off. Now looking. Trying to get it going, but it was spoiled there for a second. Pass now. Diener trying to stop it, and he does for a second. Now it's going to be picked up by Neely. Neely trying to sneak through. Neely sees the pass. Gets over to Arnold. Arnold. He got that from Bauer. Arnold hanging on to it. He's double teamed. Goes into the corner, regathers the puck. Comes across, and it's going to be cleared into the neutral zone on 5-on-5 hockey. Woods let it go. Now it's going to be turned back over to Arnold. Arnold on the carry here. Arnold looking. And he's going to come up, get a shot, but it's blocked on a good stop put on by Evan Kellogg. Neely throws it back into the corner. Into the feet of Kellogg, and he goes across. Goes in the skates and comes back out. Turned over, Arnold with a look. Up front, trying to go after Neely with a shot and a stop by Zomick. What a big save put on by Jacob Zomick. 14:56 remaining in the second period. 2-0 Distillers face off in the attacking zone for Summit City. Pass goes up against McComas, trying to pick it back up. Now it is in the hands of the Warhounds. It went back and forth. Now McComas coming up the ice. Tries to get something going on the back door, trying to pick it up. Richardson shuts the door. Perry tries to grab it out of the air. Now it's into the hands of Heim. Heim pushes it up. Goes in and out of the stick there of Wurzbacher. And Summit City with it here. Perry tries to feed it over to Hess. Hess was still working in. Now the puck's going to be picked up now by McComas as he picked that up from Gorsuch. Around it goes. Bear picks up. Tries to get it out, but it's going to be picked up right in the slot. It's a bouncer up front. On a shot from McComas, stopped by Richardson. Hess picks up. Hess hangs on to it. And he retreats behind goal line in the Summit City's defensive zone. Here comes Hess now. Hess on the carry. Comes in the zone. Cody Hess with a look. Goes up front, trying to give it to Ehrman. It's sitting there for the taking. Perry picks it up. Ehrman goes after it. In the corner, trying to tie up this guy. Hess trying to keep it going, but now it's going to be picked up and brought up the ice by the Warhounds. With an attempt of their own, maybe? But all the way around with the puck. But it's broken up. And a shot gets pushed out wide. Picked up by Ormsby. Hodgson with a chance there, keeping the play alive. It's going to be dumped in by Held. Touched up by Richardson, back behind the Summit City goal line. Nichols throws the puck across. Pass now brought up. Trying to hang on to his Kucharski. Picked up by the Warhounds. Don't see it. And an icing coming up, but they will wash it. As it's behind. Played by the Warhounds, trying to set up a play. But it's going to be turned over. Wrapped up off the glass. And now back to the Warhounds. Defensive effort now. Kellogg puts it in on target. Richardson with the stop into his glove. Patchett tried to get up there and see if he can find that bouncing puck when it went up off the stick, but stayed with it was Richardson on the stoppage in the glove, and they will see the face-off on that glove side in the Summit City zone. Viola versus Hess. Face-off's going to be picked up by the Warhounds, and they send it behind to Bull. Bull tied him along the boards, trying to get the puck back. He does come out with it. Bull feeds it to Point, but Point had scooted up, and that's Doyle, and Doyle's got to leg it out to pick it up. He's got some pressure coming up the ice from Thornton. And the puck's going to be turned over. Played by Steinbacher, kept in the zone. Now picked up and played. Thornton trying to get it going. Hess it's out of reach. Picked up by Doyle. Doyle backhands it out into the neutral. Reichert on the boot. And now picked up and played. Here they come up the ice with a look. Here is Jaden Bull with a shot. It's hopped up. Now it's going to be played. Steinbacher pushes it up to Hess. Hess takes a hit. Steinbacher plays the stick there, tries to keep the play alive. Now it's turned over and picked up and played by Nichols. Nichols on the soft pass over to Hess. Hess drops it over to Nichols, but now it's going to be picked up and now brought up the ice. And Woods going in, putting body on, trying to spoil the effort here, but it's going to be played now by the Warhounds. They're behind Summit City goal line, and they score. Does the wraparound is Jaden Bull, and he comes out, had some time, took the shot, found it over the shoulder of Luke Richardson, and they cut the lead in half, 2-1. Coming in at 8 minutes and 30 seconds of the second period. Face off center ice. On the puck drop. Comes back. It's going to be put in by the Warhounds. Woods drops it back to Neely. Neely with it here. Thomas Neely on the pass. McComas almost on the spoil. Collision with Arnold Neely. Turns it over. Heim sends it across. Now it's going to be picked up as it's brought with a shot up front trying to get it going. The door was shut by Richardson. Trying to stuff it in opposite side. Defense coming in to save the day. Now the puck's going to be a bouncer. McComas on the pickup here. He'll feed it across trying to get going on a one-timer. Could not get the connection there was Gorsuch. Puck's loose, comes back. It's played. In the slot, maybe. Nope. Gets the pass over to McComas. As he picked that up from Hodgson. Now the puck's going to be pushed down into the neutral zone. McComas with it here. Goes across to Heim. Heim feeds. And he gets it over to Gorsuch. Still stays in. Heim gets it spoiled here. Coming up, Perry taking a shot. Couldn't get the... Could have gone in there. Good stop by Zumick. Still searching for the puck. And it's going to be now brought up in. Channing Gorsuch with it here. Trying to get it going. He's pushed off the play by Bear. Turned over Ormsby for a moment. And a high stick call on Jensen Bear of the Summit City Distillers. Right near the halfway mark of the second period. 10 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Power play coming up for the Northern Michigan Warhounds. On the face-off, it's going to be still tied up for the moment. Perry tries to push it out. Doyle tries to keep it in. Tied up with Hess. Hess pushes it out. Now it is a shorthander coming up. Perry coming up with Hess. Perry trying to get through with a shot. And it's in the glove of Jacob Zumick. Face off in the attacking zone. It's going to be picked up and played now by the Warhounds. Heim picks up the pass there. Now looking to bring it up ice. Here they come up the ice. Roberto Mateus. Mateus with it here. Sends it back. He gets it back. Goes in the corner. Ball with it here. Now sends it back up. And the puck's going to be a battle now going in the corner. Now trying to find room to stuff it in the back. And it's cleared out. Good read there by Austin Ormsby. Heim with a look of himself now. Takes a shot high. And it's sent up into the safety netting from the blocker of Richardson. Still a minute 7 of penalty kill for the Distillers. Face off in their defensive zone. On the face-off, it's going to be kept in. Now picked up. Hodgson's going to come all the way up. Over to McComas. McComas back to Hodgson. Hodgson with a look. Back to McComas. McComas back to Hodgson. Hodgson's going to carry. And goes and gets the connection over to Gorsuch. Gorsuch with it over. Back to Hodge. Gorsuch with a shot blocked, but it's a bouncer in the paint and they score. So just like that, tied up 2-2 on a power play goal put in by McComas. At 11 minutes and 18 seconds of the second period. Lots of twos on the scoreboard. Face off center ice on the puck drop. Picked up by the Warhounds. Losing the puck back. Pass across, off the boards. It's going to be brought in. Stopped by Richardson. Richardson sends it back around. Neely picks up. But it's going to be kept in. And with a look here, now it's picked up and played by Nichols. Nichols sends it to Neely, but he lets it go through. Over to Arnold. Arnold on the pass across over to Bauer. Bauer brings it up now. Bauer coming in. Taking a look. Wants to drop. Sends it back behind. Neely trying to pick it up, but it is now gathered up by the Warhounds. They go across. Picked up to Heim. Heim on the pass. He does get the connection there over to Patchett. Now it's going to be poked. Picked up. Now here they come. Looking to bring it in. Well, and the attempt there is blocked off the feet of Reichert from Held. Across, but turned over. Bauer looking up to Neely. Neely going up, trying to get past Heim. Drops it. And now it's going to be picked up and played now by Hodgson. Brought up the ice. Mitchell Patchett drops it over with a shot save. Patted out into the corner on the rebound on the pickup here by Mason Held. Turns it over to Hess. Hess on the carry now, 7:32 remaining. Hess carries it in. Drops it over to Arnold. Back to Hess. Hess goes across and tries to get the connection there to Nichols. Now it's picked up and played out into the neutral zone, into the hands of Nichols to Hess. Hess picks up. Hess gets it, but on the stick there, it gets it turned over. Diener comes back to pick up. Goes over to Nichols. Nichols with it here. Goes all the way over to Ehrman. Ehrman over to Hess. Hess picks up and he goes in the zone. Hess with it here. Goes soft pass over to Ehrman, but he keeps it off the boards. On the play here. Perry trying to go after it. Now it's going to be Hess that comes up and picks up the puck maybe. Diener's working on it right at the blue line. It sips out. Woods comes back to pick it up. And he's got pressure coming from Roberto Matias. Matias going after it here. Trying to push it in. Stopped by Richardson. Warhounds with it here. Delayed penalty coming up against the Distillers with no control there on the pass. And now it's picked up by Perry to get the whistle there. So another power play coming up for the Warhounds, and they converted on that last one. And a hooking call against J.D. Woods as he goes in the penalty box. 6:32 remaining in the second period, 2-2. Face off in the Summit City zone on the glove side of Luke Richardson on the man advantage for the Warhounds. Be picked up by Summit City, and they launch it down ice. Picked up by Zomick to Gorsuch. Gorsuch with it here, feeds it back. Now it's going to be turned over. Wallen, but he hits Gorsuch with it. Gorsuch's got some pressure, or had a chance there. Bear's going to tie him up. Now Warhounds in control with it here. Mason Held trying to get something going. Shot going to be blocked. McComas with it here. Wants feed point, but they haven't set up. But he does get it over to Hodge. Hodgson sends it over to McComas, but turns it over, and it's going to be tied up, trying to get after it. Trying to poke it was Arnold. Bear's working on it as well as he's going in battle at the moment with Wurzbacher. Now McComas with it here, trying to get it going. Gets into the feet, tied up by Ormsby. McComas feeds over. Gorsuch from Hodgson with a shot, and he scores. Two power play goals to the Warhounds, and they take the lead at 14:31. Mason Held with the shot there. High slot. Finds the back of the net. Face off, center ice. Hess going after it. Pokes it in. Keeps the play going. He goes up. Tries to feed it across. Shot! Penalty coming up against the Warhounds. Over to Perry. Perry working on it here. And the whistle on a slash against the Warhounds here. Matthew Heim heading into the penalty box on the slash here with 5:14 remaining. On the face-off in the attacking zone for the Distillers. Working on possession here. Looking for it. It's going to be picked up on an attempted break now. Bringing up Roberto Matias. Matias in the shorthander. Gets it stopped by the stick of Hess. Now still picked up. Takes a shot. Rings the side of the pipes. Now brought up by Hess. That was on the attempt from Mason Held. Arnold with the carry. Arnold with a shot. And it's stopped by Zomick. Face off his stick side. Coming up. Minute 31, a man advantage for the Summit City Distillers. They got to find it here. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up and played. Siebenthaler drops it back to Arnold. Arnold with it here. Arnold sends it over. Neely plays it off the boards, but he's got to reach for it. Connection over to Perry. Perry hanging on to it. Perry up to Siebenthaler. Siebenthaler back to Perry. Perry over to Arnold. Arnold with a shot. Blocker. Picked up, scooped by Perry. Now picked up by Neely. Ormsby with the carry here. Ormsby gets it over. And a shot. Got lopped up on the boards. It's going to be picked up by Ormsby. To Arnold. Arnold trying to feed. On a backhand and he scores! Perry gets a hat trick. It's a power play goal. As he's sitting on top of the crease. Stops the puck. Was a little worried for a second, but he backhands it in. And Summit City ties it back up. 3-3. That coming in at 15 minutes and 56 seconds of the second period. Face-off, center ice. On the puck drop, comes back into the Warhound zone. They look to get it out, but now it's going to be picked up, brought in. Kucharski trying to get something going, but it's going to be spoiled for a second. Kept in. Siebenthaler trying to work it, and now it's turned over to the Warhounds, and they are coming up the ice strong. Diener with a hit. Puck's going to be underneath. Now it's going to be turned over. Siebenthaler on the carry here, bringing it up the ice. Oh, he loses it for a second, but he hangs on to it. Tries to dump it in, gets it caught up with Kucharski, and now it's going to be turned over to the Warhounds. On the pass across, searching for it, maybe kept in, and it is. Wallem trying to get going. In the slot, trying to feed it. Now it's going to be hammered over, and it's going to be kept in the zone, played by Aiden Witt. And it is now Witt picks it up into the neutral zone. Delayed offside, and it will probably go, it won't go all the way. Wallem picks it up, and he didn't get the memo. 3:15 remaining here in the second period. Face-off just outside the attacking zone for the Distillers. Cody Hess versus Justin McComas. And the face-off comes back to the Distillers. Bear with it here. Bear dumps it in. Picked up Ehrman. Ehrman sends it across. But it is now picked up and played up the ice by Wurzbacher. Turned back over is Ormsby. Ormsby looking. Ormsby feeds it over to Hess. Hess gets it over to Perry. Perry coming in now. Perry with it. Goes off the boards. And it's sent all the way around by Gorsuch. Kept in by Bear. Back around it goes. Heim trying to get a hold of it. And a penalty on an elbow call against Caden Wurzbacher of the Northern Michigan Warhounds. Gives another chance for the Distillers. With 2:40 remaining in the second period. Face-off win back to Hess. From Neely. Over to Arnold. Goes across. Hess with a shot. It's high up off the glass. It's going to be tomahawk, but it's going to be Arnold who picks it up. Gives it over to Hess. Hess coming in with another look. And it's a bouncer. Hits the crossbar. And it's going to be sent down the ice. Richardson will pick it up. back into the Summit City zone. Pushes it up to Neely. Neely on the carry here. They get through Gorshek, leave him behind. Bringing it up. Neely with a look. Takes a shot, and it's a solid stop by Zumek. To 12 on shots in the second period, with a total of 21 for the Distillers, 24 for the Warhounds. Face-off's going to be in the Warhound zone on the glove side of Zumek. Picked up with a look, and shot up off the glass. Warhounds getting a piece of it here. It's tied behind. Now it's picked up by Wallem. Wallem with the puck now. Still working on a minute 17 of man advantage. Picked up on the backhand, trying to squeeze it in there. Good defensive effort put on by the Warhounds. As Giblin was tying up his guy, he tried to clear it out, but I believe it hit the netting there, and so we see the face-off on the glove side of Zumek. On the drop, Giblin picks up, goes to clear it, stays in. Drops it back around as Neely's trying to get back to it. Does get it fed over. Arnold with a look. Hess with a windup, and he scores! Cody Hess gets the lead back for the Distillers, coming in at 18-24. And it's a power play goal. Both teams have found a couple of power play goals here, so we'll see if they can stay out of the box, or if we keep seeing this. Face off center ice, going to be picked up by Heim. Back into the Warhound zone, he retreats. Sends the pass across. And spoiled by Wallem for the moment. Heim picks up, sends it across, trying to get it going as Jaden Ball. Heim with a shot into the corner. Picked up and played. Viola trying to get a hold of it, loses it in the skate. Viola may go across. He's going to take a shot instead. Comes out wide. Turned over on the pickup here, trying to get something going. Tied up behind the boards. Heim on the keep. Heim sends it in. It's going to be stopped by Richardson on the slapper put on by Matthew Heim. We're under a minute here in the second period. Distillers regain the lead 4-3. Face off in Summit City's defensive zone on the glove side of Luke Richardson. McComas versus Neely on the drop. Comes back with a shot, but it's stopped. And here's the Warhounds trying to get something going. McComas picks up from the point. Now looking up front with a shot, and it's blocked, but it's going to be kept in. Now picked up. Arnold picks up the pass. Bauer going after it here, trying to get it through, but it's poked back into the neutral zone. And now it's picked up, and it is going to be brought in by Witt. Witt on the carry. Goes across, trying to connect over to Neely, but it was picked up by Arnold for a second. Picked up by Neely. Neely will go across over to Arnold. Arnold with a shot, but he fans it, but he does get it on the pad. Trying to get a backhand, and what a glove save. Neely's attempt was shut down by Jacob Zumek as he was starting to sink in the hole there, and he came up tall, very tall on that stop. 12.4 seconds remaining here in the second period. On the 12-13 shot game so far. Hess versus Viola on the face-off. It's going to be picked up by the Warhounds. They look to get it out. Hess gathers it back up. Goes across over to Perry. Now it comes back trying to hang on to it. But it is going to be Witt trying to go after it. He pushes it up and gives a chance now. As Matthias was back there with Viola. Stoppage of plays. The puck comes back to Richardson. Face off. And that'll run out the clock for the second period, but the damage was done. Good effort put on by the Warhounds as they found 3 goals in the second period to 2 for the Summit City Distillers, but it was 2 in the first period. Puts us at 4-3. Shots on goal in that period, 12 for the Distillers, 13 for the Warhounds. So game total of 24-25 in favor of Northern Michigan. So we'll be right back for the beginning of the third period. So stick around. You're watching Summit City Distillers hockey here on YouTube Live. We'll be right back. ready for third period action here as the teams are getting ready to take to the ice. Warhounds on the ice and the Distillers are coming out. In the second period, saw a lot of scoring as we saw the Warhounds pick up 3 unanswered. And leading the way there, scoring the first goal, was Jaden Bull. And he had some help there from Channing Gorsak, as well as, let's see if they give, actually the assist was given to Roberto Matias. And that was it. Coming in at 11:30 was even strength, but it was a power play goal that they came in and scored on. Justin McComas picked up the goal there. And then the next goal was put in by Mason Held. We are getting ready, but it was Devin Perry picked up a hat trick on a power play goal. Then Cody Hess picked up a power play goal, and here we are, 20 minutes on the clock. Fresh sheet of ice, face off, and the Warhounds trying to bring it in the zone. Now picked up, kept in on an attempt. Still trying to get it going, and they score. Where it looked like a trip almost, but then it was picked up, kept in by the Warhounds. And they found the back of the net, and they tie this one back up. And leading the way out, and Anthony Viola picks up the tying goal at 13 seconds of the third. Face off center ice. On the puck drop, Bear sends it across. Ormsby pushes it up. Ehrman trying to get a hold of it. Going back behind the goal line, picking it up. Distillers on the pass. And an icing coming up against Summit City. Mateus on the goal. And Bull on the assist. Comas versus Hess on the puck drop, and it's going to be won by the Warhounds. Warhounds looking for a shot, and it's sticked into the corner. Second effort, still into the hands there of the Warhounds. Back into the corner, trying to dig it out. It was Gorsuch, kept in by Rigg. Heim. It's a bouncer, and it is going to be picked up. Perry tries to get it going, and trying to shove it in was Wurzbacher. Hess with it here, out of reach. McComas gets it and sends it back. Ormsby picks up. Ormsby now with the puck. Gets it almost taken away. Now it's picked up. Ehrman on the pass over to Hess. Hess with it here. Hess gets it into the zone. Feeds it across, trying to connect to Perry. Now it's going to be picked up. Hodgson with it here. Hodgson on the carry, trying to get it around Hess, and he does. Has to pick it up off the boards in front of the scoring table. Try to get the connection over there, but it's going to be taken away by Arnold. Arnold goes down, and now it's going to be picked up by Bear on the pressure coming in from Patrick. Wraps off the glass, picked up by Heim. Heim with it here. Heim sends it up, and it's going to be kicked by Diener. And played now. Justin Diener on the carry. Tries to get it going, but it's taken off the play. On the pass to Bauer from Neely. Goes in all the way back to pick it up. Is the Warhounds on the carry here. Gets it back on the carry. Austin Gibling trying to get it going here, and he's going to go into the corner against Diener. Feeds it up front, no doing. Bauer picks up. And it's a bouncer out into the neutral zone. Turned over into the stick of Neely. Off the hands of Roberts. Woods worked on getting it out, and it's brought up the ice by Arnold. Goes across to Neely with a shot. Down it goes into the boards. And stoppage of play as Arnold gets up slow. So Trevor Roberts heading into the penalty box for the Warhounds on a tripping call, and the attempt there of Neely carrying it in deep into the Warhound zone. So a power play coming up for the Summit City Distillers. On the drop, Distillers with it here. With a quick shot. Almost redirected, but it went over. Going for it into the corner. Heim trying to drag it out. Somebody kept in now, played up the ice. Kucharski with a look, bringing it all the way in, but it's going to be broken up. Kept. Siebenthaler goes across, but it's going to be Heim that tries to pick it up and hanging on to it with a shot, goes wide. On a good keep there by Nichols. Siebenthaler with a shot, but it's going to be blocked. Picked up by Wallem. Over to Reichert. Goes across with a look on a pass in and out of the stick of Siebenthaler from Nichols. Siebenthaler trying to feed it. It's going to go up front, and it is covered. And here's some action here. Well, that will do it as it's shut down by Zomick. Right on the goal line in the blue. Zomick on the stop. And a slashing now coming up against Chris Wallem. So some 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off will be in the Distillers zone. And it'll be on the stick side of Luke Richardson. Still a minute 22 on the Warhounds penalty. Fresh 2 minutes on the Distillers. Hess versus McComas on the face-off. Is going to be picked up by Ormsby. Ormsby bringing it up, goes across. Goes in and out of the stick of Hess. Hess pushes it in. Or past his guy, but now it's going to be played back into the Warhound zone. On the pass, on the connection now, taking a look, was Hodson. McComas picks up here. He's got the puck coming all the way in, trying to get going on a backhand, and around it goes. Picked up by Hess, sends it back to Ormsby. Ormsby picks it up. Over to Hess. Hess has got to go after it here. On a delayed offside, around it goes, stopped by Richardson. Now coming in is Wurzbacher trying to put the pressure on. Here they come up the ice. Ormsby with it here. Ormsby over to Hess. Hess bringing it in. Hess hangs on. Hess throws it in the corner. Around it goes. And it's going to be loose, and it's going to be picked up by the Warhounds. Looking for a pass. On the puck was Hodson. He gets it over to McComas. Now with it here, Wurzbacher. Try to get something going. Open ice now on the 4-on-4 still for another 8 seconds. Arnold trying to get something going. He comes all the way and takes a shot. And it's going to be, it was covered, but it got pushed out as Arnold came all the way in on the front porch of Jacob Zomick. But he stopped the action there. 3 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Face-off just outside of the defensive zone for the Warhounds. Roberts will get back in the action here. On the face-off, it comes back. Neely with it here. Roberts heads to the bench. It's going to be picked up. Giblin sends it back to Heim. Heim retreats back behind goal line. 29 seconds on the power play for the Warhounds. On the pass now, bringing it up the ice, trying to get going. Woods is behind the play, and a shot saved by Richardson. Kept in the zone. Now going up the ice will be Neely. He's got to get past Heim. He's got pressure all over him. Drops it back to Arnold. Arnold with a shot blocked by Heim. Picked up by Arnold. Still shorthanded for 5 seconds. Still with it here. Feeds it over to Diener. Diener with a shot. And it's gloved out of the air back to full strength. Zomick on the stop. 14:42 remaining in the third period. Tied up 4-4. Face off in the attacking zone for the Distillers, and they go on the glove side of Jacob Zomick. Hess versus Hannafin on the face-off. And it's going to be picked up and played now by Held. He sends it back to Heim. Heim with the puck here, looking to get it going. And the pass across is behind. Touched up by Held, so he sends it back. Now Heim. It's tipped into the zone. Around it comes, picked up by Richardson. Richardson leaves it for Bear, but it goes up almost up front. And a shot coming, but it goes wide. Off the effort there of the Warhounds. Picked up into the neutral zone by Mason Held. Tried to chase back after it. Perry with it here. Now picked up by Ormsby. Ormsby with the pass off the boards, tried to get it to Ehrman. Ehrman sends it in. It's picked up and played. And here they come, bringing it into the eye. Up. Skorsic takes a shot, and it's stopped by Richardson. Face off in the Summit City zone on the glove side of Luke Richardson. 13:51 remaining in the third. Arnold versus McComas on the face-off. Picked up by the Distillers. Out of reach, trying to get a hold of it, and he does. Picked up Thomas Neely. Neely working. Now he retreats. Takes a shot, but it's blocked for the moment, and it's scored! Picked up by Dallas Reichert. Six minutes and 22 seconds. Face off, center ice. On the face off, it's going to be picked up now by Bauer. Bauer's getting through. He's coming up now. Bringing it around. Feeds it. Diener tried to get the keep. Woods goes after it. Picked up by Richardson. Turned over. Warhounds. Warhounds with it now. Warhounds with the look, taking a shot in the glove of Richardson, shut down. On the effort for Evan Kellogg. Arnold on the assist. Face off in the Distillers defensive zone on the glove side of Luke Richardson. Face-off's going to be picked up by the Distillers. Around it goes. Heim will pick it up. He sends it over to Gorsuch. Goes across, and the puck's going to be dumped in the corner. Going to pick it up is Wurzbacher. Wurzbacher with an attempt. McComas picks up, and it's out of play. On the face-off, it's going to be picked up. Gorsuch trying to get through. Up against Ormsby. Feeds it back to Heim. Heim goes quick. It's sticked into the corner by Richardson. Picked up Gorsuch. Goes on a backhand. Another stop by Richardson. Kept in by McComas. Kept in by Heim. But it's going to be still kept in as he battles there on the blue line. It does come out. Picked up Kucharski, or Wallem with Kucharski. Kucharski's got to pick it up. Off the boards, he has it now. Sends it back, trying to connect it. McComas will pick up the intercept. Now he's in the slot. Looks on pass. Tries to get it over to Gorsuch. Now it's going to be picked up, played by Ormsby. Ormsby sends it down ice. Just gets through the stick of Hodgson back into the Warhound zone. Gives the Distillers a change. Hodgson with the pass. And it's over to Gorsuch. Gorsuch dumps it in. McComas trying to pick it up here as he's tied up with Reichert. Now it's dug out by Arnold. Arnold feeds it up over to Steinbacher. Steinbacher on the carry here. Steinbacher dumps it around. And it's going to be picked up by Thornton. Thornton loses it to Gorsuch. Gorsuch there trying to feed it up, and he does, but it's going to be poked by Reichert. Now it's going to be dumped in off the boards. Played by Richardson. He sends it around. And it just comes out into the neutral zone. Dumped back in. Played off the stick of Richardson from Held. Arnold picks up. And it goes out into the neutral zone on a delayed offside. Now here they go. Arnold with the puck here. Retreats back as he disposes of his guy. Reichert picks up. It's batted away. Arnold picks up. Arnold carries it into the zone, and he's got some pressure there. Now into the neutral zone. Picked up and dumped in by Nichols. Around it goes. Herman comes in. Gets the puck away. Herman feeds it up front. Poked there by Zumek. And now it's picked up and brought up the ice. Now, for a moment there by the Warhounds. Perry picks up. Perry goes back and now it's Hess who picks it up as he picked that up from Nichols. Now over to Justin Herman. Herman with the puck here. Herman gets through. Still with the puck. Takes a shot. He got tied up there. And it's going to be kept in. Perry on the keep. Hess going after it. And now it's into the neutral zone. It's picked up and played up the ice by Anthony Viole. Puts it in. Now going after it here was Matthias. Warhounds with it here. Spoiled on the pass there to Matthias. Broken up. Hess brings it up. Goes over to Perry. Perry's met by Heim. Sends it back to Hess. Hess all the way in the paint. Tries to shove it in. And what a toe save there put on by Jacob Zumek. Near the halfway mark, 10 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the third period. 5-4. Distillers face off in the attacking zone for Summit City. Arnold tries to win it back, but he connects it over to Heim. Heim sends it to Hodgson. Hodgson just lays it up. Now the puck was played by Bull. Now it's gathered back out by Neely. Neely with the puck here. Thomas Neely on the carry. He's got a lot of pressure here. Finds some room. And it goes out of play. Face-off just outside the attacking zone. McComas versus Arnold, and it comes back to Heim. Heim sends it on the boards, and it goes back on an icing against the Warhounds. We'll take a face-off in the attacking zone. Summit City goes stick side of Jacob Zumek. Face-off, picked up Warhounds. Sailing across. Gorsuch going after it against Diener. Diener puts it in the zone. Down he goes, but he does get it in the corner. Arnold going after it against Heim. Heim sends it around. It's going to be kept in by Woods. Woods puts it on target. It's poked back for Arnold with it. Up front with a shot and a save. Kicked out and it was picked up by the Warhounds. Neely trying to get something going here. Gorsuch sends it up to McComas. McComas on the carry. Gorsuch going in strong on the slot. And a hit. Woods puts up and ties up. Leaves the puck loose and it's up front. Now picked it up. Now Neely's going to try to finish what he started earlier. Gets it over to Bauer. Bauer with it here. Bauer gives it over to Neely. Neely tries to get it across and it's poked out. And a shot! And he scores! Arnold picks up the loose puck. It was played by Zumek as he poked it out. And on the spin cycle, he finds the back of the net and gives the Distillers a 2-goal lead here at 11 minutes and 7 seconds. Face-off, center ice. On the puck drop, it's going to be picked up by the Distillers. Maybe Baird gets a hold of it, sends it on the boards. Comes back, Richardson with it here. Settles it down. Now it comes back to Baird. Neely on the assist. And Bauer. Still working on it. Now it's picked up by the Warhounds with a pass, and a one-timer goes in the net. It got broken up as the shot was put in by Sean Doyle. What a cool name. He gets within one. The late St. Patty's Day gift for Sean Doyle. But he popped it in there and it got caught off a stick. Not sure if it was, we'll see who they credit the goal with here. Face-off center ice with 8:24 remaining. Hess working on the puck drop. It's going to be picked up. Reichert sends it over. On the stretch, Hess picks up. Hess hangs on. He comes in with a shot. Tries to go high. Goes a little wide and up off the glass. It's going to be turned over to the Warhounds. Well, for a second. Now it's picked up back. Perry picks up. Over to Hess. Hess tries to gather it. Heim goes after it back. Perry coming up. Heim sends it around. And it comes all the way back. On an icing against Northern Michigan. Face off, back in. Summit City zone. Hess trying to work on it here. Ehrman going after it, trying to tie his guy. Now it's going to be picked up. Reichert with a look, puts it off the boards over to Hess. Now turned over to Heim. Heim going in. But he's hit by Reichert. Now coming up the ice, taking a look, taking a shot. High over the glove on the attempt there by Anthony Viola. Hess picks up, trying to push it through. Now Dallas Reichert. He's got one. All the way in, feeds the slot, trying to get it going was Neely. Hess picks up, tries to go across. Now it's picked up Hodgson. And he gets the connection over to Matthias. Now it's going to be picked up, brought up by Viola. Viola carrying the puck up now. He's got some help in the slot, takes a shot. Richardson on the cover. 32-31 on the shots, favor of the Distillers. 6-5 on the score, favor of the Distillers. They see the face-off in their defensive zone. On the drop, comes back. And it's going to be turned over now. Up the ice it goes. Bauer goes after it. He will pick it up. Gets it through Zumek. Still with the puck here. He's got some room. Drops it back, but he turns it over. And now here comes a break coming up with Gorsek. Gorsek coming down. As Bauer puts the pressure on, he goes wide. Turnover here. Neely with the puck, but it's spoiled and broken up. McComas sends it back. And then now it's going to be played. Warhounds picked up Gorsek. Gorsek feeds it in. Puts it on just a little wide of the net there, but Richardson shuts it down as he had some pressure in the area. That coming from Caden Wurzbacher. Face off. Kucharski versus Hannafin. It's going to be kept in. Goes wide on the keeper. That put in by Trevor Roberts. Now it's going to be brought. Maybe it's going to be kept in the zone by the Warhounds. Now carrying up, trying to get something going. Could not seal the deal there. Was Kennedy. Doyle dumps it in. Around it goes. Diener's going to leg it out. He's got. Couldn't get there in time because it was played there by Mason Held. Now tied up. Kennedy working on it here. He wants to go backhand, trying to feed it. And it's a melee with the stick down on the ice. And it's going to be kept in the zone. And a block shot. And it's playable. Now bringing it back into the zone. Doyle sends it across. Now it's picked up and brought in. Warhounds turn the puck over. Off the boards. Picked up Hess. Hess with the carry here. Hess in the backhand. Goes out front and it's going to be shut down by Zumek. Tried to feed a soft pass over to Perry. But he shut it down. Viola versus Hess on the puck drop on the glove side of Zumek. Picked up Heim. Heim on the look here. Pass over to Matthias. Matthias picks it up. Here he goes, coming into the attacking zone. Does a soft pass. He gets it back. Tries to drop it back into the hands of Viola. Viola with the carry here behind the goal line. Still with it here. Feeds it. And it gets put back into the Warhound zone. Zomek's going to pick up. Sees the pressure coming up from Perry. Perry now trying to go after Heim. And he tries to get the puck as they go at it. Hess tries to help stop it too. Now it's going to be picked up. Now brought up the ice. Played by the hands of Matthias. Ehrman gets it out. Goes off the feet of Hess. Picked up by Heim. Back into the Northern Michigan Warhound zone on the pass, just olayed into the zone by Roberto Matthias. Pass, or it's Arnold who picks up. Arnold going in. Pushed off the play, now picked up by the Warhounds. Now they're coming up 3-on-3, now trying to get something going into the zone with a shot wide off the boards. McComas picks up, feeds it back with another shot, but it's going to be blocked out by Ormsby on the keeper there from Evan Kellogg. And they score and tie this one up with 4:20 remaining in the third. So we are in a tied game here with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third period. Face off center ice. Distillers with the puck here. Diener with a look. He will hang on, and it was going to be turned over Warhounds. Now picked up, brought in with momentum now. Taken off the play for a second. Now Diener will pick it up. And he loses it. Picked up Kucharski. Horsack work. Horsbacher, I believe, on McComas' goal. And the player is slow to get up, and he is up and heading to the bench as Mason Held. Hope you're all right, buddy. So the face-off goes outside of the attacking zone for the Warhounds. Arnold trying to squeeze through. It's picked up by Ormsby. Ormsby goes across over to Reichert. Reichert up to Neely. Neely sends it back to Reichert. Reichert in the quarterback position. Goes across, and he connects over to Nichols. Nichols sends it up to Arnold. Arnold on the carry here. He's double-teamed still with the puck. Takes a look, takes a shot, and he scores! Arnold answered. That coming in at 16:24. Puts the Distillers back up by 1. Face off, center ice on the puck drop. Comes back into the Warhound zone. Hodgson chases it out. He's with it now. Hodgson trying to get through. The puck's going to stop. And it's stalled back. Viola plays it. Over to Heim. Heim connects over to Arnold. Arnold just scored one. He wants another. On a backhand, he didn't have much because he was closing in on the slot that was shutting down. Picked up by Heim, sends it back around. It's going to be picked up Matthias. Matthias with it here, goes across. Connects. Now the puck's going to be turned up. Here we go. And just out of reach, trying to get it was Matthias. Goes into the corner with the puck loose. Now picked up, trying to see if they could stuff it in. No doing. Heim on the keep. Feeds it. And he gets it over to Matthias. Matthias back to Heim. Heim is going to take a shot. And a screen was set up there by Viola. On the pass, comes out into the neutral zone. Heim picks up. Heim sends it up. And he does get the connection over to Bowl. Reichert sends it out. Connects over to Hess. Heim dumps it back in. Reichert picks up. Tries to give it up to Hess, but it's going to be dumped in by Arnold. Zelmick lets it go. Hodgson on the carry now behind. Drops it. Tried to drop it to Heim. Hodgson on the stretch pass, goes up ice, caught in the feet of Reichert. That's a spinner, but now it's going to be brought in by Jaden Bull. Bull with a shot, pad save, picked up by Ehrman. Justin Ehrman on the carry here. Ehrman carries it in. Picked up by Diener into the neutral, dumps it in the opposite corner. Just out of reach of Kellogg. Now it's picked up and played. Now it's brought by Gorsek. Sends it across. Woods ties up his guy, and it's a cover here by Richardson. He sees a face-off coming up on his glove side with 1:54 under the 2-minute warning here in the third period. 7-6 in favor of the Distillers. Timeout called by Northern Michigan. Well, let's see what Josh Aparicio could come up with here. So the Sentinels in the Swarm game, I believe the Sentinels won that one. We're keeping an eye on it here, watching it. All right, here we are, face off. Empty netter for the Warhounds. Comas tries to win the battle here and going back behind. Reichert sends it up. Now it's going to be Arnold with a look. It's a bouncer. And it is picked up and played. Now on the carry, Gorsek with the carry. Gorsek with a shot, blocked. Poked out by Richardson. Blocked shot was Nichols. And the puck comes to the bouncer, and it's going to go wide. And an icing against Summit City. Minute 29 remaining here in the third. 7-6 Summit City. Face off back into the Distillers' defensive zone. And they go glove side of Luke Richardson. Actually, it looks like stick side now. Arnold versus Viola on the puck drop. And they wash the face off. Arnold is pushed out. Neely comes in his spot. Still up against Viola. Comes back, and it's going to be picked up Matthias, and he looks over, across. And it's a shot, and it's sitting. Heim on the keep, tries to send it back. Into the hands of Viola. Viola with it, sends it to Heim. Heim tries to get the pass, and it's a race up ice. Can Bauer get there in time? And Bauer will, and he scores! Heim tried to send the pass over to Matthias, and he couldn't get there in time. Bauer legged it out. Matthias was right on him. And the Distillers regain the 2-goal lead. Ladd coming in at 18:57. Face-off center ice, going to be picked up now, and is played by Kellogg. And it's turned over to Bear. Bear sends it back over to Ormsby. Ormsby over to Bear. Bear looks up the ice, but it almost got spoiled out of the zone. Perry trying to get it going. Perry trying to get it out as he battles up against Kellogg right in front of the Distillers bench. It's a melee. Off goes a helmet of Kellogg, and that will do it, and here they go. Kellogg wants to answer for it as he is held down on the ice. They're still going at it, but the officials are breaking it up with 44.8 seconds remaining. And it's Jensen Bear with Evan Kellogg. officials will have a conference here in the scoring circle. Talk about how it started. As the captains Cody Hess and Sean Doyle, who both put goals in the back of the net today. We'll wait to hear what they are discussing. 44.8 seconds remaining in the third period. 8-6 Distillers. And if necessary, there'll be game 3 tomorrow at 9 a.m. They are still having a conference here in front of the scoring table here. All right, looks like they're giving their verdict on it. So both in the box. Both with roughings. It's 4-on-4. J.D. Woods serving the penalty for the Distillers. And Doyle's heading into the box, but it looks like Kellogg came back out. He's going on. But he's without a helmet, but it'll be 4-on-4, so. Face-off will go center ice. Actually, it'll go right outside of the defensive zone for the Distillers. Now they're pointing back to center. Now they're discussing. And that's where all the action occurred. And that's where the puck drop will begin. Here we go. McComas versus Kucharski on the face-off. Here we go. One shift remaining on the ice. Now here they look. Off the board, sent over. It's going to be picked up. Gorshak on a chase against Ormsby. Ormsby skates underneath, tied up by Gorshak. The puck's going to be loose, picked up by the Warhounds. They try to get something going, but it's blocked now. It's going to be Riker trying to get a hold of it. Gorshak with a shot, blocked again. Searching for it, caught under the feet. Now it's going to be picked up off the boards. It's still an empty net, trying to get it out. Into the neutral zone it goes. Wallem looking for it. Riker trying to get a hold of it, but here they go, trying to get something going here. On a backhand block, but it hits the side of the net, blocked by Ormsby. The puck's going to be up front, picked up by Ormsby. 8 seconds remaining. And that will do it here. As Ormsby skates around to run out the rest of the clock, and that will do it. Summit City Distillers pick up the win here in the first round of the playoffs, and they will advance. Congratulations, Summit City. It was a battle all the way down to the end. They played just a week ago, and it was a 4-3 win in favor of the Distillers, and we knew the Warhounds were going to be a team. They picked up the lead once in the second period, and it was a battle back and forth so Summit City can finally seal the deal there. So good effort put on by both teams here. Hope you enjoyed watching today's game here. See the handshake line, my favorite thing. Congratulating a Warrior for a very hard game played here. Even on the shots, 35-35 total. So good job by Summit City Distillers to pick up a victory here. And they will advance here in the playoffs in the American Premier Hockey League. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, watching this really good battle here as Summit City has put on a show here. Richardson with a lot of stops comes out victorious tonight for the Distillers. Devin Perry picking up a hat trick. And Alex Arnold picking up the game winner. Those are your stars. Congratulations again to the Summit City Distillers. I want to thank everyone for tuning in on YouTube Live. And remember, wherever you go tonight, make sure you're safe. You need a ride, call someone, because we want to see you back here tuning in to YouTube or coming out to the arenas and watching the games. We want to see you safe. We love you, and we want you to take care. So for all of us here, up here in Angola, playing at the Trine University Thunder Ice Arena, we bid you farewell. Congratulations again to Summit City Distillers. Have a good night. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Take care.